that have a whole lot of debt really are struggling to survive. They're struggling to meet rent or mortgage payments, repay college loans, to repay loans for a car. They're struggling because they've got enormous credit card debt.
$10,000 worth of debt.
$11,000 for my student loan, and then $200 is on my credit card right now. Oh shit! And another $300.
Nobody enjoys being in debt, but the truth is that a lot of people in the world are elbow deep in debt. Whether it's because we splurge too much, get hit with surprise bills, or just earn a little less money. It's like a never-ending struggle. Well, in this video, we're going to spill the beans on some amazing strategies and tips that actually work to help you kick that debt to the curb and take charge of your finances like a boss. Let's get into some debt-ditching tips. Number 1. Give your budget a makeover. First things first, you need to review that budget of yours. This means checking if it's accurate, realistic, and up to date. It sounds fancy, but it's actually pretty simple. Start by keeping tabs on your income and expenses for a specific period, like a month or a week. You can use cool apps, spreadsheets, or even good old pen and paper to record your transactions. It's definitely worth the effort. Once you've done your budget review, it's time for the fun part, revamping. This means making some changes based on what you discovered. Look out for areas where you can slash costs, like entertainment, eating out, subscriptions, or even that pricey cable package. There are always sneaky ways to save. Number 2. Pay extra on your cards. When you only pay the minimum amount due on your cards, your actual debt doesn't shrink much, and you'll end up paying more interest down the line. But when you go above and beyond the minimum payment, you start chipping away at the actual money you borrowed. This means you're slashing your debt faster and saving on interest in the long run. Let's break it down for you with an example. Let's say you have $5,000 credit card debt with a hefty 20% interest rate. If you stick to the minimum payment of 3%, which is $150, every month it'll take you over 4 years to clear that debt. Plus, you'll end up shelling out $2,359.09 in interest charges. But here's the exciting part. If you double up and pay $300 a month, that's twice the minimum. You'll knock out that debt in just 1 year and 9 months. And guess what? You'll only pay $957.15 in interest charges. That's a savings of $1,401.94 in interest. Number 3. Stop using your credit cards. Seriously, it's time to give them a break. Here's why. Every time you swipe that plastic, you're just making your debt situation worse. You're piling up more debt and interest on top of what you already owe. That means more money out of your pocket and more time spent trying to pay it all off. But when you put the brakes on credit card usage, you prevent new charges from adding to your balance. This means you're not digging yourself into a deeper hole of debt and interest. It's like hitting the pause button on the debt frenzy. You can also try using cold, hard cash or debit cards. That way, you're spending money that you actually have in your bank account or wallet. No borrowing, no interest. It's like keeping your spending in check and avoiding the debt trap. Plus, you'll save some sweet cash on interest charges. Number 4. Look for extra income and cash. When you hustle for extra income and cash, you're giving yourself more money to throw at that debt monster. With that extra cash, you can do some things like pay more than the minimum on your credit cards, tackle those high-interest debts first, or even try out the debt snowball method. And it also means more money in your pocket and less stress on your mind. Let's break it down with an example. Say you're stuck with a $10,000 credit card balance at a hefty 20% interest rate. If you stick to the minimum payment of 3%, which is $300, each month, you'll be stuck in debt for over 9 long years. Plus, you'll end up coughing up a crazy $9,654.40 in interest charges. But imagine you hustle hard and earn an extra $500 every month from a side gig. If you use that extra cash to pay off your debt, you'll become debt-free in just 1 year and 4 months. And guess what? You'll only pay $1,494.40 in interest charges. That's a saving of $8,160 in interest. So roll up your sleeves and start brainstorming ways to snag some extra income and cash. Number 5. Find a payoff method you'll stick with. There are various strategies to pick from. Strategy 1. The avalanche method. It's like a calculated attack on your debt. You focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the rest. It's all about saving money on interest in the long run. A smart move if you're all about numbers and saving those hard-earned bucks. Strategy number 2. The snowball method, this one's all about building momentum and celebrating wins along the way. You start by paying off the smallest debt first while making minimum payments on the others. Once you knock out that small debt, you move on to the next, and so on. It's like rolling a snowball and watching it grow bigger with each victory. Perfect for those who love that feeling of progress and motivation. Now choose the method that vibes with you the most. It has to fit your style and keep you motivated. Once you've made your choice, stick to it like glue. Number 6. Look into debt consolidation. Here's the scoop in simple and casual terms. When you consolidate your debts, you can potentially score a lower interest rate and make your life a whole lot easier with just one payment to worry about. It's like streamlining your financial situation and giving yourself some breathing room. But hold up, there's a catch. After consolidating, you have to watch out for one sneaky thing: avoid racking up more debt. We don't want to undo all that hard work, do we? So keep your spending in check and resist the temptation to go on a shopping spree. Debt consolidation can be a real game changer, but you've got to be smart about it. Look for a lower interest rate and simplify payments, but remember to stay disciplined and avoid falling into the debt trap again. Number 7. Negotiate with your creditors. Negotiating with your creditors can be a game changer when it comes to getting out of debt. Seriously, it can help you lower your debt and interest payments, and even prevent nasty collection actions, lawsuits, or bankruptcy. That's some serious power right there. But hold up, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Negotiating with creditors can have a few downsides too. It might ding your credit score, trigger tax liabilities, or even affect your ability to borrow in the future. So it's important to do your homework and be prepared before reaching out to them. Knowledge is power, my friend. If you're not sure where to start, consider seeking professional advice. They can guide you through the process and give you some expert tips. It's like having a secret weapon in your debt-busting arsenal. Number 8. Use windfalls wisely. When you hit the jackpot with a bonus, a tax refund, or even an inheritance, don't blow it on unnecessary stuff. Use it to tackle a big chunk of your debt or stash it away for emergencies. Number 9. Seek professional help if needed. If you're feeling overwhelmed and struggling to manage your debt all on your own, it might be time to bring in the big guns. That's right, consider consulting with a credit counselor or a debt relief service. They're like the superheroes of the financial world. These experts know the ins and outs of the debt game and can guide you towards the light at the end of the tunnel. Number 10. Know when to call it quits. Sometimes, when your debt reaches sky-high levels and there's just no realistic way to pay it off, it might be time to consider the B word: bankruptcy. Yes, it's a last resort option. Here's what you need to know. Bankruptcy can wipe out some or even all of your debts, giving you a fresh start. It's like hitting the reset button on your financial situation. But, and this is a big but, it comes with consequences. Let's get real. Bankruptcy can give your credit score a serious hit and have long-term effects. So this is not a decision to be taken lightly. You have to weigh the pros and cons and consider the impact it'll have on your financial future. What do you think about this? Let us know down in the comments section.